Shalom Aleichem. To learn after all these beautiful holidays we had, for a new beautiful year, and hopefully a real beautiful year. And the real beautiful year should be Mitzvah Hashem. Mashiach should be here very soon. That's going to be a real beautiful year. And as we know the story with Noach, he walked out of the teva of the ark and he said, Olam Chadash Ani Roeh, I see a new world. So B'ezrat Hashem, we should see the new world, because the real new world is the world of Mashiach. So let's learn one short idea about Noach. That this is the parsha that we're learning about him. That's the name of the parsha, is Noach. And there's always a famous question. And the famous question we ask about Noach is, from one side, we'll learn about him that the reason he built the ark for 120 years, because he was occupied for 120 years telling people that a flood is coming, we got to do tshuva. In other words, he was concerned. He was there to talk to people to do tshuva. Unfortunately, not with great success, but he did it. But from the other side, we learn from the Zohar that he did not pray for each generation. And this is where we say the difference between him and Moshe Rabbeinu. The Moshe Rabbeinu, when there was a decree upon Am Yisrael, he prayed for Am Yisrael. And he said, Im ayin mecheina misevrecha, Hashem, if you don't forgive them, erase me from your book. So he didn't just ask him to the tshuva, he prayed for them, he did for them. Says the Zohar, but Noach did not pray for the people. How does it work together? If he was so concerned to speak to everyone, that everyone should do tshuva, why didn't he pray for them too? And the idea in short, the difference between him and Moshe Rabbeinu. Why Moshe Rabbeinu, besides working with the people that should do tshuva, he also prayed to God for them for forgiveness? Why did Noach do so? So the Rebbe explains us that Noach, when he spoke to the people that should do tshuva, he did it as a mission that God asked him. He has the mitzvah to do it. In other words, when you do something, it can be done through two ways. One way is because Hashem tells you to do it, you do it. It's a great level. Another way is you do it because you're concerned. Noach did ask and talk to the people to do tshuva because this was the mission Hashem gave him. So he did the mission. And what was his mission? To ask people to do tshuva. To pray for them, that was not his mission. So he didn't do it. Moshe Rabbeinu, when he was working for the people, he didn't do his mission. He did it because he was concerned. A much different level. But when you're concerned, you're not only doing what Hashem told you to do. Ask him to do tshuva. You do more. You do everything you can do. And this is why Moshe Rabbeinu was davening for the people. This is why Moshe Rabbeinu said to Hashem, erase him from your book if you don't forgive them. But let's understand, Noach was a great tzaddik. The reason why Noach didn't have that idea of doing more what God told him to do is because in the time of Noach there was not the unity like the time of Moshe Rabbeinu. But Moshe Rabbeinu, after Hashem gave us the Torah, we became united. As we know the famous line, Israel Arevim Zelozeh. Arevim means Mu'ravim. We spoke about it many times. We mixed, we one blend, we one mold. And when we in such a level that we become one, then it's not only to do for somebody else. What Hashem asks you to do is you give yourself over completely. Noach was before. Because he was before, what he was doing is what Hashem is asking to do. There was no idea to do more what Hashem asked him to do. Well, this is why, that's the explanation why he worked with the people, but he did not pray for the people, because he did not have yet that level to do for someone else, not because Hashem said so, to do for someone else because you got to do for him. That idea Noach didn't have yet, because it was before giving the Torah. And just to bring out that story better, there's a famous story that the Rebbe Rashab, the fifth Rebbe of Chabad, and the great men, holy man, scholar, Reb Chaim Brisker, they were together in a big meeting in Russia. And when they were in that meeting in Russia, there was a decree that the Russian government wanted Let's not get into all the details. And it's self-understood, Reb Chaim Brisker and the Rebbe Rashab are both fighting against it. And as we know the story, that the Rebbe Rashab spoke about it, and he was the last one to speak, and he fainted. He just had the emotions. He fainted after he spoke. Later, after the meeting, Reb Chaim Brisker was very concerned for the Rebbe Rashab. He went to his room to visit him. How's he doing? Because he fainted, I guess he's not feeling well. He went to see him. He saw him crying. So Reb Chaim Brisker asked the Rebbe Rashab, Rebbe, why are you crying? We tried everything. We tried. What else can we do? Now it's up to Hashem. So the Rebbe Rashab told him, yes, we tried, but we didn't make it. We didn't succeed, so I'm crying. And this idea, this point that the Rebbe Rashab says, brings out a very, very important message. Yes, we got to do what we got to do because Hashem tells us to do. But even we do what we got to do because Hashem says to do, we have to succeed. If I'm really concerned, I have to do way more and above. If it doesn't work, I have to fight for it. If I'm fighting for it, I have to give myself over to it. And this was the idea of Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu that became the leader of Am Yisrael, his point was, it's not enough for me to do what I have to do. Erase me from your book. Because you have to be so concerned. It's not about what you have to do. It's about these your brothers, and you have to do everything for them. And this is what Chassidus teaches us, the difference between Noach and Moshe Rabbeinu. But as I said before, Noach was a great, great tzaddik. But that's the difference before Matan Torah and after Matan Torah. But we are after Matan Torah, we have to learn from this. That to do for somebody else is not only what Hashem told me, not only what I have to do. It's because there's someone else is a part of me. And I have to give myself over completely to another person to help him. Have yourself a great Shabbos, good Farbrengens, and happy Rosh Chodesh to all of us.